Bracket.
Welcome back, guys, in the next episode from the Need for Speed, where we presenting cars to you. This is the last episode's Ferrari FXX, which I loved. If you didn't saw that video, go and watch it. It's really worth seeing what this car can do. But today, as in last episode, we had very expensive car designed for really track only. You know, if you think about it, this car was designed for racing on the track only. It's a really good car. Sorry, my cat actually is on my lap and he wiggling and I cannot really control the game. But what we'll do today, we'll go for drift build. But not just any drift build, to be honest with you. What we wish as a drift build, we wish something iconic, do we? And we could go with Mustang. We could, it's beautiful thing, but drifting Mustang. Also, we could go with Pontiac Firebird, another classic. We could go with 240Z, and to be perfectly honest, this would be very understandable because it's very often used for it. What else? We have Mazda MX-5, you know, the most iconic drift thing in any community. We could also use a newer version of Mazda. We could use also Subaru BRZ and that other little thing. But what we will have today, next beautiful car for drifting, it's Honda S2000. We'll go and cover those cars on some point. We can have 350Z, which is very often used. We can have 370Z for drift. We also can choose standard 350Z. But what we really wish is Mazda RX-7, the most iconic drift car in history, apart of 180SX. But I already have 180SX. If you wish to see that, let me know in the comment section and I'll show you my main drift car. But today we'll concentrate on this lovely Mazda RX-7 from 2002, which is in silver. Looks amazing, you know. Compare that this car was designed and produced in 90s. It's still beautiful. At the moment, this car can drift. It does slide a bit, it does slide. It will be not the greatest, it's not the fastest. It's actually dog slow at the moment after driving FX. But can we slide it a bit? Of course we can, but it's nothing major. But in a moment, oops, not this gate. Apologies for that. We'll see what this car can do after splashing a bit of new paint, putting new engine into it, and you know, maybe this will be one of the best drift cars what you will come across. Yeah, thank you, man. They are really nice wheels. Okay, engine wise, standard we have 1.3 Wankel, which is a really good engine. We have V8s. We have more V8, and we have 1.3 Wankel here, and we have a 3.8 V8. But to be perfectly honest, because you know, if we think about it, we wish to keep this Wankel going, we'll buy a Wankel engine, a bit better than ours, and we'll just mod it very quickly. We'll buy all of the parts to the car. It does not cost that much. Modding this car and buying the engine will close in about 500,000 credits, which is not that bad. But for this build, I think we wish to have dual or I'm not sure what I wish for this one. What do we wish for this one? We'll go with dual turbocharger, I think. And nitros, obviously, because we will be drifting, we wish multiple shots. In terms of suspension, we wish a rally or showcross. We'll go with rally. Yeah, we'll go with rally. In terms of brakes, we wish to have the best brakes possible. Tires, and this will be controversial, guys. In order to drift, we need a drag tires, because why the hell not? Because they are the best type of tires for drifting in this game for some unknown reason. And back in my experience, 5-speed gearbox is the best choice. And differ, again, we wish to have a rally one, because why not? Again, we will put here repair kit. So I love repair kits. I always put the same set of items and damage reduction. Then our Mazda now is 400 plus rated, which is really good. Then as we covered the engine and all of that, then now we will look. Actually, you know what? We'll look at the wrap first, because I wish to know what we're working with. I wish to have some idea what we'll do with this car, but we wish to look at the community wraps. And I already found my wrap as a first one. Maybe if this will be done a bit better, we will pick this one. I think this might be nicer. Yes, this does not look good at all, to be perfectly honest, but I did wish that one because it's from a movie, and we know from what movie? From Tokyo Drift. And this is one of the movies what I really like. Do this one will look better? This looks better. We'll pick this one. Obviously, we'll pick correct body kit for this one, but we'll pick this design. And now we can concentrate on putting the right parts in our car. Starting with bonnet. What we have here? Bonnet. I think we wish to have classic bonnet on this one. Yes, we wish to have classic bonnet. In terms of front bumper, we need something what looks amazing like Rocket Bunny, but we need some nice splitter to Rocket Bunny. Which one? Definitely not this one. This one pink. This one looks fairly good for my likings. And we will pick something nice, but unfortunately no, we cannot pick this with this bumper. Never mind. And we wish to have a bit of carbon here. Rear one, we definitely need to flare this up, but first front one, because we wish to know what we're working with. I think we wish this one, to be honest. This looks really good. Or do we wish to keep up with Rocket Bunny? You know what? I wish to keep up with Rocket Bunny. We'll do this in one good style, I think. We'll do Rocket Bunny all the way, because this would make sense, in my opinion. Although there is no Rocket Bunny rear bumper, which is a bit shocking. Is there splitter to choose from? And I think this one looks fairly shit. Sorry for my language, but we need to find something what will look good. Okay, Rocket Bunny. This is only one which looks... It still looks wrong, to be perfectly honest. We wish to have single pipe, big single pipe on the back. But this Rocket Bunny does not look right. I'm not entirely sure, guys, to be perfectly honest. This rocket bunny looks ridiculous. Maybe we'll go with this one. This one looks still a bit ridiculous, but actually, if we'll go with ridiculous, we'll go with rocket bunny, to be perfectly honest. And again, change the frame. Because we're building it from back in the day, then we definitely want this number plate and frame. Again, we'll go with not rocket bunny, because obviously you never put that something is a rocket bunny if it is. And my nickname into the plate. What else we can do? Rear lights. I wish those completely blacked out ones, they look amazing in my opinion. Mirrors. And because he had those little things, we'll actually put those ones as well. If you remember correctly the game, then he did have massive wing on the back, but maybe not that ridiculous, but he had one of those ridiculous wings on the back on his his car. Then we'll go with this one as well. And now we're coming to the creme a la creme. We'll find rims for this car. I think we wish something with deep dish, but question is, what exactly will fit here properly? I'm not entirely sure yet, guys. I didn't actually thought this through. Maybe those SRSs, no. Would be too easy if we'll settle so quickly on the wheels. Too funky, nope. They look, I think this work ones, they look good. And we'll go with deep dish VSs, I think. We'll go with VSs, but maybe not those ones, to be honest. Deep dish, those ones, I like those ones. We'll go with this one. We wish obviously them to be much bigger, and to be honest, I don't really wish to change color of them, but secondary paint. Show me which one this is. Okay, and now we're starting the fun, because we wish to have them sort of orange just to fit the car, which we have. We'll go with something like that. Okay, can we apply this to all wheels? And primary, do we wish to change this to something else? No, we wish to keep them in black, maybe for contrast. Okay, then now we'll look at tires. Obviously we don't want those tires. We wish something fairly nice on this. Definitely not those. Definitely we don't want that writing on it. Okay, we'll take those tires. And this looks cool. Next one, rims. We need to find the same rims what we had on the back, because we're going old school and set of the rims need to match each other, otherwise this looks ridiculous on those cars, in my opinion. Then we'll take this. Yes, please. Okay, edit paint. We need to take this is the wrong one, because we wish to have rims the same on both. Okay, we wish to have this paint. We'll say yes. Apply to all. Okay, and change size. We wish them much bigger than they are right now. Calipers, Brembo, because I like this company. I had on my private cars, I always had disc brakes in all of my truck cars, then we'll keep this in-game as well. And brake discs, they are actually quite decent, but we need to change brakes here as well. Not brakes, the calipers for Brembo. Thank you very much. Okay, and this looks, in my opinion, kinda cool. Although it's a bit too high, then what we need to do... Oh, lights. We didn't touch the lights yet. But what we wish to do with the lights, we wish to have them half open, because they look cool like that. I love that look, and we'll keep it that way. Then this car actually looks really good. It's just we need to go into effects, air suspension, by air suspension, because we wish to slam this. Obviously this would not be Fast and Furious if we don't have a orange glow under our car, because why the hell not. And we wish a bit of green smoke, why not. Nitro's color we'll choose blue, why not. And now we can look at the stance of this car. Okay, this is actually good stance. A bit of negative cambers, a bit more on the back. Then up front, yes, this looks good to me. I hope you will agree with me, guys, that this looks okay. Then now we'll go straight into one speed zone, I think. We'll go into the road challenge and one competition, just to see how this car feels like, but I need to do small modifications to handling of this car, obviously, because without that this car don't handle as it should. Steering, high sensitivity, downforce very low, traction control off, and rest is good. Then we'll go do something here. Can we go sideways? Okay. Ooh, does feel actually heavy, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm wondering why it does feel so heavy. I didn't wish it to feel that heavy. Let me have a look at tuning of this car. And we'll see how this feels like now. It does not feel right, to be honest. This RX-7 does not feel right to me at all. You know what? We need to make small change to this car then. A bit of miss and hit here. We'll go and change parts of suspensions, I think. Then we'll go and pick showcase instead. And in terms of tires are fine. Differ, instead of rally, we'll give him showcase. Because this sometimes, depending on the car, on some cars it's better to have one over other. This is a bit of miss and hit here, but I think showcase might work here slightly better. We'll see in a moment how this car will do now. I hope this will do the trick and we should have good fun with this car. Much better. This is my beast, yes. But what we wish to do, we need to go back to live tuning. It's cool. Then now we can go and do one of those special zones here. It will help if I'll know where to go here. Look at the angles on this car, guys. Look at the angles here. This is just ridiculous. And I tapped that car. But look how many points this car actually gathering. That's actually mad. And I'm not the best drifter in here, as you can probably see. And this guy actually stopped on the middle. Look at this, we made 74,000 points here. That's actually absolutely insane. But just to prove the point that this car works in drifting, 330, do we have any good drifting zone with high points? Maybe this one 310. But you know what, we will actually go with this only because it's on top of the hill. And what this gives us, true representation on different type of cornering, then I think this will be one of the best tests for us. Then we'll go and quickly do this race and see what is what. I hope you will enjoy this and you agree that this is one of the best tests, because we'll be going downhill. Although this painting could be a bit better, to be perfectly honest, because the original painting from the movie was slightly different, but we'll need to do for this video. I'll work on it later. But this Rocket Bunny RX-7 drift build looks amazing in my opinion. I love it. I hope you love to watch it and you love the process of building this car. And you know, I'm hoping that, you know, this series on my channel will be interesting for you and you'll like to watch and wait for another episode. While I messed up this corner, look how many points we are gathering here, guys. It's just ridiculous. I need to stop talking so much because I'm actually missing bends here, because I'm not that bad, trust me. But talking at the same time and trying to drift in new car, it's never easy for me, because this car actually feels different to my SX. I prefer this car, to be honest, how this car handles, but SX have its own merit in my heart, because it was my first drift build and I've been learning how to do this properly. Although this car, look at this, guys, we already have 200,000 points in lap 1, meaning that this gives us enough points to just not do anything else throughout the race to the end. But look how much control you have over what's happening with the car. You know, if you're looking for RX-7, probably this could be built, prepared for you. Or if you're looking for drift car, why not trying the RX-7? If you think about it, the complete build for this car, including purchase, costs about 500k, which in this game it's not a lot. You're doing about 7 races, and you can have the fully modded RX-7, including purchase of the car. Obviously, if you look at more expensive cars, which I recommend you using because they are fun and they are exotic, but if you're looking for fairly cheap build, definitely RX-7 could be your pick in this game. Or maybe, you know, in next episode we'll do even more budget build. You know, maybe we'll do like challenge, build a car for 100k or for 200k, that, you know, we'll be not able to fully modify the car and we'll have just some good parts, some pro parts only, and we'll see how this car on that setup will behave. I'm not sure what you think about this, guys. If you would wish to see something like that where we're doing budget builds up to a specific budget, we can actually do that. And to be honest, this would be very interesting to see you know, how those cars actually doing in races, which will be much higher rated than that. We made 600,000 points here, then 600,000 points in a race where we just need 200,000 points. That's actually good. I'm not sure why we didn't saw the stats on the end of it, but hey ho, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but we got our credits for that race from that what I can see. But guys, I think this will be it for this episode, and let me know what you think about this RX-7 build. Do you think it's good? Would you like to try it yourself, or you think this is not the build what you would be personally interested in? Look at this, how this car actually handles is just ridiculous. But you know, this is one of those things what I personally love big time. I'm not sure what do you think about this, guys. Do you like cars like that, or you prefer something more modern or more old school, more classic? And yeah, we'll take it from there. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and take care.